I am not a cat. Nope, I am not a cat. I gotta say, 2020 was kind of a year that was really... Welcome to the 2020 Year in Review annual band meeting that's starting a few months late. Thank you for being patient with me as I tried to avoid a Zoom meeting. And you can never have too many masks, right? Okay, so just to recap, what I usually do in this annual meeting is bore you all with the handbook and bore you all with the history of the band. I'm going to make that very brief. The handbook is online. It's going to be updated to reflect some changes that are coming to the band. We started Fogo Azul in July 2016, and we started with about 15 women in a small room in Gowanus, Brooklyn. We are part of Grooversity. It is a drumming network led by Marcus Santos, who is my mentor. There's 25 groups in Grooversity, most of which are in the US. There's a few in Canada. The newest one is in Bermuda, and there's one in Paris, there's one in Germany, there's one in Italy, and there's a few others around. I'm not exactly sure where. So, just so you know, we are the largest drumline in the United States. That's awesome, and we're all women. Oh, holla! In 2016, we did 27 gigs. In 2017, we did 54 gigs. In 2018, we did 76 gigs. In 2019, we did 67 gigs. In 2020, we did 27 gigs in 2020, even though there was a pandemic. So 2020 had some good gigs, as I said, and the first one, always, we like to kick off the new year with the Polar Bear Plunge. The Polar Bear Plunge is always really fun. So we did that, which was pretty cool, as usual. And then we went into the Women's March. Hopefully the last one ever. But, you know, and then we did some corporate events in January. We did that gig in the Brooklyn Navy Yard for Reddit. And then 40 of us went to Brazil, which was amazing in itself, going to Brazil, that opportunity. And so, 40 of us went to Brazil. It was awesome. Here's some quick photos if you haven't seen them already. Great. It's too bad we couldn't go this year. However, we're already welcome back for next year in 2022. We got back and House of Yes happened for their carnival, and then the St. Pat's for All parade, and then the world stopped. So, yeah, and then over the summer we did some workshops with Marcus online, which was great. And then, you know, June hit, and people of color were being murdered, so there were the Black Lives Matter protests. We did a couple of those, and then in the fall, the Mermaid Parade broadcast that we did there in Coney, and then a Thanksgiving Day parade. The Thanksgiving Day parade was an odd kind of parade because it was actually a film shoot, but I hope everyone who watched it enjoyed it and then had some pumpkin pie. And then we did Halloween in Times Square. We did some of those other small group gigs in Hell's Kitchen, with the Hell's Kitchen Happiness crew. And, we started rehearsing outdoors. And, so we actually did some pretty significant things in 2020 with the band, which is kind of amazing, to think about that given the shitty, year. Also in 2020, it was incredible in January and February, our newbie team, we recruited and had a class of about 30 women who ended up joining the band early February. And that was really awesome because it was a lot of work by the new member team. And then these women joined, and, so quite a few of them are still around, but we did lose quite a few to the pandemic. So props to the newbie team, and props to the drum team for that, because the drum team also had to be involved with the newbie team. And they just kicked ass hauling all those drums to and fro. And for those who remember, we had that school that we had to lug the drums up and down the elevator, and then the elevator broke, so we had to walk out to the 5th floor to have rehearsal and the newbie people. So appreciative of the drum team over here as well. And going off that email I sent last week, best news ever. Adriana Portela, the leader of Dida, the women's group down in Salvador, who we love, is going to give us workshops. This is an opportunity that she hasn't offered to anybody else, and she really wants to help us. So, the details are in that email. Essentially, it's $75. If you can give a little more for the fees, that would be great. It's 8 sessions, 4 pre-recorded videos of rhythms that we would learn as a band and we're going to play, as well as 4 live with her. During the live sessions, we're going to have a translator, and you can ask her anything you want. She can go over the rhythms, she'll go over the different parts, she'll teach skills on the drums, she'll talk about drumming, she'll talk about samba reggae, any questions we have for her, from band related to Brazil related to anything, she's going to be there for us. All right? We can't miss this opportunity. Bunch of people signed up, don't want to miss out. It's going to be awesome. And Adrian is continuing his rhythmology too. All right, so for those who did Rhythmology 1, I got awesome feedback. A lot of people enjoyed it, so please sign up for that as well. On top of that, Marcus is resuming his Wednesday evening drumming events at 6 p.m. on Zoom, and that's every other Wednesday now.
I do believe that events in the city of New York are on a moratorium until July 1st. I don't think that's going to be lifted any time prior to July. I think June is out for any of those big parades right now, unless miraculously everyone gets the vaccine. So I don't think there's going to be any official New York City events until at least July. We have been invited back to the New Jersey 4th of July parade that we were going to do last summer. It is actually on Monday, July 5th, because it's the observed holiday. I will send those details. So please keep that date open. It would be great if we could rally for a big July 5th thing, even though it's in Jersey. Ooh, it'll be fun.
We have great news. So, rehearsals are probably going to start in early April. That will be after Easter and after the Passover holidays. We have exceptional news to say that we have been offered a residency by Brooklyn Bridge Park. We were there before. The residency will be every other Sunday at noon, I believe, in one of 2 locations in Brooklyn Bridge Park that will rotate. We're super excited about this because it's an outdoor event, we have a permit, the public can come and watch, and it will be less stressful for me worrying about being kicked out. On the other weekends, when we're not in Brooklyn Bridge Park, we'll probably go back to East River Park Amphitheater because that's going until at least the summer, and we're probably going to rotate around to different parks like we were in the fall. As with all of these outdoor rehearsals, they are completely weather dependent, and we will give you notification the morning of or the day before if it should be canceled and or a time change. I just want to review the policy about our drums. First thing is, they are the band's property. The belt and the sticks that you get with your drum when you join is the band's property and should be returned should you leave the band. That being said, the drums, some updates. Drum returns have often been slow. You have 7 to 10 days to return your drum to the band when you leave the band. Moving forward, after 10 days, if you don't return your drum, there's going to be money deducted from your deposit. For every day you don't return your drum, or make contact with the drum team, or communicate with the drum team, it's a $2 deduction per day. While I really enjoy that you guys decorate your drums, it's really not part of the band's visual look to have drum decorations on at all times. For certain gigs, fine, but once the gig's over, you gotta take the decorations off. For every decoration on your drum that's returned that's not removed by you, it's gonna be a $10 deduction. For example, stickers on your drum. You shouldn't be putting stickers on them to begin with. If we have to take off stickers on your drum, which requires an adhesive remover, it's $20 deduction from your deposit. If we have to take off tape from the rods, some people put tape on the rods to hold them better. If we have to take the tape off, it's $10 per rod because it's really difficult to get the tape off. That includes light packs. Did you put a battery light pack on your drum that was given you by us, the drum team, for an event? Great. However, please don't return your drum with that light pack on, because more often than not, it doesn't work. Plus, more often than not, we don't want it there. So please remove the light packs before you return the drum. If you want to return the light pack separately, that's fine. When I'm talking about returning the drums with decorations, I'm also including ribbons. The Bonfim ribbons, please take those off. Any ribbon or flower or anything you put on the drum, handkerchiefs, anything that was not on the drum when you got it, it needs to come off. If there's something on your drum that you had on it when it was given to you, please send a picture to Fogo Drum Team and me, Fogo Azul NYC, both at gmail.com, to show us what was on your drum when you got the drum. This will clarify things so that when you do return the drum should you leave, we won't charge you and deduct it from your security deposit. When you do leave the band, what you need to return is your drum, your sticks, and your belt and the Fogo pants. Please don't return your blue t-shirt. I don't want your used t-shirt. Thank you. Please don't return jackets. Please don't return hats. Please don't return any accessories. All right? If you want to give those things to the band, please contact your section and via WhatsApp before you go and let them know and arrange to bring it to someone else. I am not a Fogo Azul thrift store, and my back room right now looks like it's a thrift store. So I would appreciate it if you guys don't return any of the extra stuff to me or the drum team. Please don't expect the drum team to disseminate this stuff for you. Thank you. That being said, sometimes people break sticks. Sometimes people lose belts. If you should lose your belt and or want an additional belt, belts are $15 each. If you break a stick, whether it's a Surdu or Dobra stick, sticks come in pairs. They do not come in singles. If you want a new pair of sticks, they're $20 each. If you need reppy sticks, they're $10 each. Snare sticks are also $10 each. The band hemorrhaged a lot of money giving out sticks for free and belts for free. All right? Extra blue t-shirts are $10. We need to recoup some of the money. We can't just give you guys shit for free. Make sense? Additionally, please, drum team, don't give these things out until I confirm that I've received payment. Thanks! I'm super excited to announce that all those blue drums we brought back to Brazil are going to be rolled out this year. That's awesome. So, first we're going to start with the repiques, all right? In April, we're probably going to have you guys meet us at storage to exchange your drums and get a brand new blue repique. Some of you guys, though, have the flames on your drums, and some of those drums are really good, and I don't want those to go out of circulation. So we'll have a reppy discussion about who's going to exchange their drums and who's going to get keep their flame drum.
A fun thing I like to do all the time every year at this meeting is hand out a gift to you guys as a thank you. The gift is still in the processing, and I don't have them yet. But also, I'm not seeing you guys, so I will have them by April. That I promise. So thank you to you guys. More on that later.
Okay, now comes the time when we get some section leader updates. First is from Tina.
Hey everybody, here's a 60-second recap from the Dobra section leaders, Tina, that's me, and Joy, who's not here right now, but she's somewhere. So mostly this year we did weekly Zoom meetings. It started off as more of a BYOB fest, but we ended up doing a lot of work on Levada, some of the breaks, Tida swing, and rhythm exercises. And I really want to give a shout out to everybody who checked into the Zoom meetings and is participating in the workshops with Marcos and Adrian. It's been a lot of fun. And hopefully pretty soon we can get together in person. That's about it. Alrighty, bye.
Thanks, Tina. So, the other sections are pretty much status quo here. Nobody really sent any other videos, but let me give you some brief updates from my end on the sections. First, we have the snares. You guys are doing awesome, and I'm thinking about having to switch over to the Grooversity snare drums that Marcus uses. More on that later. For Rapikis, we talked about the drum switch out. No other updates there. Just keep practicing, guys, and we're going to use the ghost notes more frequently in the coming months and probably forever. And Surdus, you guys also, not much to update, except if you guys could all come up with a few 2 to 3 different arm movements that you can, teach to the group maybe for when you guys play Heartbeat or any of the other breaks. And, I think that Surdu Handbook is out there somewhere. I saw some people asking about that recently. That would be great. All right, some changes to the structure of the band. Right now we have teams. Those teams are kind of going away. Let me explain. So what we're going to do is switch over to what we call departments, and we're going to have department heads, all right? So what that means is first department up is Suso. She's going to take the charge of what we're going to call the art department. In the art department, we're going to have people for costumes and wigs and parade support, which will include the water carriers and the Mr. volunteers, anything to do with signs or banners, anything to do with merchandise, and anything to do with choreo. So in that department, we're going to ask in the future for volunteers to be in the department, and she'll be able to call on people for things within the department rather than people being assigned to one team and only pigeonholed in that team. All right. Next department is the production department. That's going to be led by Elizabeth, and her responsibilities, she'll be in charge of the production team, the team that books our gigs, the newbie team, she'll be in charge of them, and the social media team. Okay. And those two departments each will be set up as Suso and Elizabeth want to. They can have teams within. They can choose to just have a list of people, and they ask them for duties as needed. So all those details are coming up from those two as soon as we can get back together and start doing band stuff again. Next department is music department. That is pretty much going to be led by Teresa. She will then, her duties will be in charge of the section leaders, which will include setting up sectionals and helping running them, attendance, and any rehearsal / practice videos. Equipment is the next department. Stas has a pretty good handle on that. Essentially, nothing will change over there. The drum team is essentially going to be the equipment department. And then the last department will be led by me and Danny, and that will include things like the website, the fundraising, and the merch inventory, and any help with the other departments as needed. So these are the new departments. A more detailed explanation of everything and how to sign up will come out when we start rehearsing again. Great. Oh, one more thing about these departments is that everyone will be required to be in a department. And when you give time to your department and do things and help out, it will actually count towards playing at gigs, much like attendance does and your ability to play. So because in the past we've had some teams where people didn't contribute, and a team of 10 people, there were 2 to 3 people doing all the work. So this will hopefully prevent that, or at least help to get everyone to contribute a little more equally and more fairly. Now comes the time when I give my shout-outs. 2020 shout-outs. Alrighty. I want to give a big fat thank you to Danny and Teresa. You guys get the big sidekick salute for helping me with all things band related. Thank you to Danny and Teresa for taking over and running rehearsals when I couldn't come to rehearsal. And thank you for just being awesome and being my right-hand women. Howdy! Next, I want to give a big fat shout out to all those section leaders. Without you guys, this band sure wouldn't run at all. Alright, so that's in the snares, we got Candy and Steph, and in the reppies, we got Carolina and Velma, and in the dobras, Tina and Joy. Joy, thank you. Being a new person, you really stepped up to the plate. And then in the surdos, we got Maria, Becky, and Aretha. Without all your guys' help and patience with me and patience with all the band members and all things Fogo Azul, this band would be a big flop. Animal! Next, thank you goes to Suso and Elizabeth. You guys help organize everything behind the scenes and do so much extra work and extra communication with me. I can't thank you guys enough, so I really appreciate it. Last but not least, I want to thank all the band members. You guys are awesome. I couldn't do it without you. The band wouldn't exist without you guys. And thank you for your time and showing up and just being all around great people and friends. The first award is a new award this year. I call it the Creative Genius Award. This award is going to people who always bring extra fun to rehearsal. They clearly spend some extra time on this particular thing that I'm about to show you. So, these creative geniuses, Maria, Tina, Carolina, and Candy, thank you for this great video.
Mini Minute Mayhem. Hey. Woo! Hey. Hey. Boom. Boom. Yay! Fogo Azul.
Two, three, four.
Coño, no, I fuck.
That's your little drum? What's that one called?
I clearly have too much time on my hands.
The next award goes to what I call the Rock Star Rookie of the Year. This particular person shows up all the time, is on time, is helpful, she has a great attitude, she's friendly, I've always seen her smiling, and she's also a social media guru. This year, the Rookie of the Year award goes to Lynn Decker on Surdu. Thank you, Lynn, for contributing so much and being a great new member. Cookies! The next award goes to the Most Improved Players in Fogo Azul in 2020. This award is actually going to 2 people. I could not make up my mind. So, these people are people who've been practicing both at home, at rehearsals, and they also work from home now. They've been coming to the online classes, and I can see how much they've improved. Both are clearly committed to improvement, and both are very quiet but very composed, and they both are coming and getting that drumming job done. So this year, the Most Improved Award goes to both TC and Mary in the snare section. Cookies for you! The next award is what I call the Ace of Initiative Award. This award is generally given to somebody who is super enthusiastic, super helpful, and is a general go-getter. This particular person I think is actually busier than me. This particular person also helped with the band gift this year. The Ace of Initiative Award goes to Vicky! The next award goes to the best team. Generally, the best teams who get this award have been organized, reliable, they go above the call of duty. This award goes to, once again, 2 teams. And once again, the same 2 teams. Congratulations to the newbie team for everything you did in January and February, and the drum team for all of the drum schlepping you did during a pandemic and this summer and in the fall when we had more new members. I couldn't do it without you. We all love you. Have a nacho. The final award goes to what I like to call the MVP, Most Valuable Player. I put on my pickle outfit just for this award. All these costume changes are exhausting. This person exemplifies what it is to be a leadership. She exemplifies what it is to play her drum and learn and improve week to week. Everyone looks up to her. I look up to her. She's very conscientious. She's caring. She's rock solid. She's a dependable person. She's really easy to talk to. She's quiet, yet she's a powerhouse. This person is the one and only Velma. Thanks, Velma, for being so awesome. Love you. You get a pickle. Thank you, everybody, for attending this meeting. 2020 is gone. That idiot president is gone. And hopefully there will be positive changes in the future for everyone. Please, go get your vaccine. If you have questions about it, you can ask me privately. I want to wish everyone a happy and safe 2021 and a happy and safe spring and summer, and hopefully midsummer to fall we'll be out there drumming on the streets again. Remember, after the great influenza pandemic of 1918, guess what happened? The Roaring 20s! So hopefully that's gonna happen again, but better. But not that prohibition part. Prohibition, not so good. See you later!